The Rocking Owl Show.
There is never a right time to start.
Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. Napoleon Hill. Life is never going to offer the right time to take decisions. There will never be the perfect time to launch that campaign, finish that assignment, spend time with your loved ones, change your opinion, or welcome and embrace a new thought process. Only when we come to terms with this, do we get a lot more work done in our daily lives. Life plays its own course one step at a time. You cannot expect to receive guidance at every step. The best part of life is that you are allowed to take risks, make mistakes, and eventually learn from them. If you are caught waiting for inspiration or guidance at every step of the way, you will be waiting, and continuing to wait forever. So, if you have something you would like to accomplish, the only way to do it is to deep dive into it and get started. But you know what the challenging part actually is? Getting started. Here are a few tips to keep in mind while beginning this journey. 1. Eliminate the excuses. People with integrity do what they say they are going to do. Others have excuses. Laura Schlesinger. I'm not capable. I'm too tired. I don't have the time. It's too late now. Someone else will do it. I'm not talented enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not ready. I don't have the money yet. I'm too scared. Now is not the right time. I'd rather not do anything. Nobody will guide me. These excuses are easy to come up with to justify not getting started on something. We need to acknowledge that the longer we fill our head with these empty excuses, the less time we have to take action. There is a stubborn illusion in us that we always have time tomorrow to perform today's work. This procrastination eventually becomes a heavy burden in the future. My previous article provides solutions to address this issue of procrastination. If left unchecked, we tend to choose the more comfortable path as it provides a false state of mental security. You now know why most people say, try to get out of your comfort zone. Only if this happens, will we be able to make things happen. 2. Choose to be different. Normal is not something to aspire to, it's something to get away from. Jodie Foster. Try to be different. When I say different, I mean utilize the time you have and make the absolute most of it. Thriving in such a competitive world is difficult, unless you are driven enough to make tough decisions and actually see them through. Research shows that the most common regrets people face are not the risks they took, but the ones they didn't. More specifically, the regrets of inaction triumph over those of action by nearly 2 to 1. Some of the most common ones included are not being assertive and failing to seize the moment. Let go of the idea of perfection, the past, the future, the expectations of others, and the expectations you have for yourself. Just know that being an outlier in the field will always give you an edge over other people. Maximize that potential to your advantage and you will prosper. 3. Get started now. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. The ultimate hurdle for most of us is simply getting started. You need to make that important decision of taking the next step. If you trust in yourself and your unique abilities, you can be as successful as you can possibly imagine. It is all about building that mindset and choosing to take risks by stepping out of the comfort zone. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop listening to everyone else. You have endless opportunities ahead of you. The world is listening in on what you have to say. The ideas of self-criticism and self-doubt will always haunt you, but the only solution is to act in spite of them being present. Take advantage of the numerous avenues the information age has to offer. Don't think too far into the future. You possess everything you need to go and make something meaningful. If you are still contemplating about doing it, chances are that you are killing the idea. You don't have to necessarily be right when you begin. However, it is essential that you start now. If you made it this far, now is the right time to act on that thought by actually getting started, because there is no such thing as right timing. On reflecting back, I didn't think I had it in me to start writing. I finally decided to put that thought to bed and just begin. If it feels right to you, just go for it. Get started now.
I hope you found this podcast informative. If you have any comments about this or the other episodes, please comment where available. I'll be looking forward to reading them. You can find this podcast on your favorite apps. This podcast can also be seen on my YouTube channel. The link is in the description below. Until next time, goodbye everybody. The Rocking L Show.